So, a bit more of a chilled out day today. This is now day 8. Clicking on, I'm more than halfway through my stay in Australia. So yeah, time is flying. But a bit more chilled out. Spent this morning with Danielle, the marketing manager, going around finishing off our tour from yesterday, visiting a few more wineries. In the winery itself this morning, there was a lot of cleaning, scrubbing, racking, everything getting involved for the preparation of ahead of fruit arriving first thing tomorrow. So 8 AM tomorrow, the first batch of fruit arrives in from Tammy's block down Stonewell, which is just a mere stone's throw from the winery. And that's usually some of the best fruit they find that they get at two hands. Often makes the Bella's Garden, if not going into their top cuvee, their flagship, the Ares, which is one of their top wines, and they're absolutely gorgeous at that. So that will be arriving tomorrow. So we'll be getting mucked in first thing. Danielle's picking me up early doors. But today we looked around a few wineries. Sharky's with a ch. I'm pretty sure I use that in a clip later. We also went along to Hentley Farm and Kaleski, all of which are fantastic wines. So I'll just show you some of the clips from them. Arriving at Sharky's place. This is a winery just up the road from Two Hands. Really cool Germanic style new tasting rooms. Let's find out what's inside. Upstairs at Sharky, as well as wine, we've got a master pottery producer. Master potterer. It's kind of cute. New teacups. Everyone needs new teacups. Oh, look who it is. Just arrived at Hentley Farm. Very picturesque. Got a restaurant just there as well. And that looks like the tasting rooms down there. Come inside, and this is one of the private tasting rooms. It's like an old kind of converted farmhouse. Really smart. And the main tasting room. So let's get to the tasting.
I mean, the 11th floor is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Like, it's a film. I mean, the clover wine itself,
And here we go, arriving at Kaleski's. Next up.
Comes from one little patch of vineyards that we have. The fourth year we've made this, and called the merchant in the name of Kim. So you've got Troy and Tony, the two brothers who run Kaleski Wines, and Kim is their third brother who does all the vineyard farming. So he's got the pretty ordinary job out of everyone. The rest of the guys have got it pretty easy. And yeah, has his fingers in a whole bunch of different pies. So he basically does all the vineyards, all the cattle, all the goats, sheep, and also runs a chaff mill. So he does a bit of everything. It's pretty busy, and hence the name of the merchant.
So started off today at Sharky's place with a ch. Really beautiful building there, which you guys saw earlier. Then we went along to Hentley Farm, again, really beautiful outbuildings converted into a restaurant and beautiful tasting rooms. Some really spectacular wines as well. Felt label, I mean, come on, awesome. And then just went to Kaleski's, which, again, beautiful wines. And the really interesting thing about the Kaleski wines is that they are all produced with minimal intervention, so no acid additions, no tannin additions, all wild yeast ferments, a lot of seasoned oak being used. I think the most new oak goes into their Edouard, which is their big top Shiraz, which is only 30% new. So it's really all about letting the fruit sing out, which is great because in a lot of ways there's a lot too much, maybe too much oak being used in a lot of new wines because they're going for the big, ballsy, blockbuster styles that can dampen down the fruit and you just end up with fairly generic wines. Whereas you really get a sense of the regionality if they're using old oak to let the fruit breathe and a bit of new oaks just to add a bit of tannin structure and texture to the wine without overpowering that beautiful fruit. So it's fascinating, fascinating tasties. And this afternoon looks like we're just off to run a few errands, so we're just on our way to Eleni's place. And Eleni is a baker who I encountered last weekend at the farmer's market. Did this amazing cinnamon roll and beautiful, beautiful tarts. Tarts, darling. So yeah, really cool, and let's see what else this afternoon presents. Meanwhile, back at the winery, a hive of activity, cleaning kit out. We've got the first grapes arriving tomorrow, that's Friday. It's one of the sites, Tammy's block, Rogue 3 there is ready to go. So that's going to be the first of the red grapes that arrive. So today everyone's cleaning out the kit, racking a few barrels, cleaning a few barrels out, ready for things to go in later on in the process. But yeah, it's all going on here, scrubbing. I think I'm going to nip up to the cellar door and go annoy the tasting crew. Pizza. Climb it up. Look at it.
Timed it to get to Melbourne to go lunch at Bovita.
And more cleaning, cleaning, cleaning. Fruit coming in tomorrow, of course, so yeah, get it all ready. An interlude. Meow. One of the really interesting things is that as you walk down a vineyard, from the start of a block to the end, the difference in the quality that you get in the fruit. So you can find that at one end you've got really ripe, succulent fruit, where as you kind of go down the line you can find it gets more watery, or sometimes you can get even more intense fruit character. The pips, the seeds effectively, are more ripe. They got a good crunch to them, get good viscosity in the berries. And that's how these guys gauge when the grapes are ready to pick, tasting them. It's not looking at the chemical composition. Sure, the Beaumet, the sugar levels effectively, can give you an idea of where the grapes are at. But it's taste that tells you. And that's the real key to the way that two hands make their wines. Big difference. So tomorrow, first red fruit at the winery. It's what I came here for. Big day, excited.